Show us. That doesn't really work, does it? Have you tried? Oh, that's good. Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Better. So much better. What a fantastic, fantastic tune. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, pick yourself off the ground. I've been Donald Trump. Thank you and good night.
And what size?
This one's from Jeremy in Wisconsin. And it says, Tuffy brand coffee is the best coffee in the world. Thanks for the grift.
Anyway, I'm going to find out who this quartering character is. And when I do, he's going to get a bit of the old ice troll treatment.
Went from loathing Brie Larson to being the unofficial #1 fan site for Brie Larson.
How about a handshake? You're gonna give me your jacket, your helmet, and your motorcycle, and in return, I'm gonna let you keep your hand.
Whoa. We're not going to start the show. Hannah, you thought you were just going to roll up in here in a hat and we were all just going to... You're muted again.
Where's my hat?
Yes, you are.
Hold on. I'll come right back.
You really are muted. Okay.
I got the Tim Pool hat.
Oh, Tim.
I got the Tim Pool hat. I got the original Tim Pool. OG Tim Pool hat.
The OG Tim Pool.
Which one, chat? This one or the fake cowboy Bongino one?
Where's the one? That looks good on you, actually. That hat does.
I got that
fits
in
you
Austin,
good.
In the liberal hellscape.
Which one?
Old school.
The second one. Oh yeah, let the chat pick, I guess.
Yeah, press 1, old school Tim Pool. Press 2, fake cowboy Bongino. Which one?
Does Dan wear a cowboy hat?
I don't know, but I think he would. I think he did.
Yeah. The I wonder if there's some breaking news right now that we're gonna kind of preempt the schedule.
The Russian oil tanker thing, or something else happening?
No,
right now?
even more breaking than that. There was a woke woman in Minneapolis that just tried running down an ICE agent
Oh,
and he ventilated her face, and the riots have already begun.
right on cue.
Right? Yeah.
I
We're gonna
told
look
you they're
at
waiting for their George Floyd
this is it.
immigrant.
Yeah,
Right?
this is it. This
So
one,
I remember going to Google News and the headlines was someone shot by ICE, but you would think they would put in the first part. But again, we don't know what happened yet. Fast moving situation, so we can't just jump to judgment. But yeah, I just went on Google News right now.
Yeah,
And,
there's. I have the whole video of the whole incident.
wow.
The
That sucks.
yeah, so let's see. Hannah Claire is going to fix her audio again. No, so we've got the big announcement from Rumble today, which we're going to talk about later, which is going to be great for people who not just who just, even if they don't want like even if they're not into like crypto and stuff, it's pretty cool for creators to still be able to get like super chats and tips. People can super chat us now with crypto, and they can also buy gold with this app that's actually backed by real gold. Like you can take your voucher for it and go like to Switzerland and get gold for it, which is very different than a lot of.
What are the percentages? What's the cut?
There's I've got a video about it. I'm not an expert on it, but I'm going to share that. Yeah. Basically, what is it called when you buy gold at like at market price, or like it's the cheapest way you can buy gold, like real gold. Now I don't know how long it's going to stay that way, but you can actually use it to buy and hold Bitcoin and stuff. The only Bitcoin I own is in Rumble Wallet because I got super chatted like 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin the other day. Hey Jeremy, you should make a crazy like Candace emoji. I know we need some new emojis. We need some kind of a general refresh in the image department, in the chat department. It's all part of my plan. So I wanted to wait for Hannah Claire. So maybe
we can wait for Hannah. It's okay. How's everything else going on your end? I know things have been pretty wild and crazy.
Yeah,
to say the least here.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, that's good. I had the con crud from Amfest, which actually is still hanging on a little bit.
You got sick?
Yes, and I skipped Christmas, and I skipped Christmas and everything.
I told you, everyone gets sick. I didn't get sick. I was around a bunch of sick people.
I didn't get sick. Yeah, and I can't blame it 100% on the con, but
it's absolutely the con. Everyone was sick there. People showed up sick there.
Yeah, Alex Stein. Alex Stein showed up with the flu. Yeah,
he's like, give me a hug. I'm like, you get out of here.
Yeah, get away from me, dude. Yeah, so I wasn't sick at all. So we celebrated, just me and Heather, or Heather and I just celebrated Christmas here by ourselves. We didn't go anywhere because she's like post surgery. So I didn't want her to get, because your immune system is depleted then. So I'm like, and then sure enough, Christmas Eve, I started to feel a little, I was like, uh-oh. So then I was like, I'm going to go sleep in the other room because I didn't want her to get sick.
Yeah,
and
but
she didn't get it.
As you start feeling something, this is when you grab your liposol vitamin C. This is when you grab your
vitamin
all
D, that.
But also Zinc. Nasal spray. Did you do the nasal spray?
I did nasal spray.
Hot green tea. I
did that too.
Gets rid of the thing like fermenting and building up in your body.
Well, they say that green tea, that's why you can't have it when you're pregnant. Like it does do something where it takes like bad shit out of your body. It can like take shit out of your but yeah, immediately, and she didn't get sick, thank goodness. But it was a gnarly flu. It was like 4 rough days, and now it's just kind of hanging around up here a little bit. It's, I'm back to my regularly scheduled kind of stuff, but yeah, it was not great.
I was like, I'm going to be taking all my vitamin D. And
you do take a lot of vitamin D, I heard.
People, it was crazy. There's one nice lady. I was talking. She was sick as hell, and I'm like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
yeah. Why are you here?"
Yeah, there was a lot of. You know what I noticed is so I've usually been on the other side of these conventions where I'm there, but I'm not like participating much. There's like a whole different economy of people that show up for these things that never even come to the convention. Like a lot of influencers, a lot of people, like, I don't want to name names. I don't want to out anybody, but like there was somebody that Luke was hanging out with that I don't think that they were even in the convention, but they made the flight all the way there. It's just crazy networking for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
insane.
Yeah. But yeah, that was, I'm glad to be, all my equipment got back in one piece. Everything's good. So
overall, I thought it was a very successful event. I thought it was great.
Yeah. I mean, you've been there before and people obviously know you, but like, I was actually surprised by how many people like made their way to our booth. Like hundreds of people were like specifically going out of the way. And some of them were there to see Luke. Some of them were to see me. Some of them were there to see Melanie or HCB. Like it was wild, the amount of crossover. I didn't think it would be as much as it was.
It's always great and humbling to meet the people behind the chat, right?
Yeah.
And the conversation's totally different, right?
Yeah.
Even when people disagree with you. And it's just very humbling being able to meet the people that make this show possible and make our careers possible. And it's always awesome to be able to like see them, vibe with them, meet them, get to know them. So it's always fun, as they were able to see the show live in action, which was pretty different. Something that a lot of people don't usually get to experience. We had a lot of fun with them. I had a lot of fun naming all the people who are watching the show live.
Yeah,
so
well, the problem is sometimes you were right. He's like, Roger Stone. And I'm like, it's just going to be some old guy. No, it was Roger Stone. But then he's like, Savannah Hernandez. I'm like, it's just going to be some Latino chick. No, it was her. And, but there were plenty of other times where it definitely was not. That poor guy.
I'm telling you,
that guy. That poor guy, his wheels are still spinning. He's like, why were they calling me Cash Patel? I don't understand. I guess, I don't know. I assume Hannah Claire's going to work on it. So I'm going to give her another minute here to get here. But
sometimes technical difficulties just take over, and
you got to reboot,
figure out.
Yeah,
it happened to me once, and I still don't understand what the hell happened. I was probably getting hacked by the Middle Eastern intelligence agencies.
Yeah. How do you like this new angle? I went with your angle. I went up high and down. I look thinner on this angle, I think.
Yeah.
I do have to. I have to probably like finish that wall there, or like zoom in a little bit more, but. I
have 3 angles. For some reason, my OBS isn't working right now, so I'm just using one of those angles.
Did you know they had just put out a keyboard I pre-ordered yesterday? It's a Corsair keyboard that has that Stream Deck built right into it.
Oh,
so
wow.
like instead of the numeric keypad,
I have the mini one.
The keyboard has, instead of a numeric keypad, which you can set it up to be a numeric keypad, it has the Steam Deck built right into it. I sent it to Melanie yesterday, and I was going to send it to you. I'm like, you probably really like this because it's like one less thing on your desk.
That's true. One less USB input. Tell Hannah just to put in headphones. Tell her just to put in headphones. Use the headphones.
Well, no, her mic wasn't working.
Tell her to use headphones.
Oh, that way, yeah. Well, let's see. She hasn't even come back to the stream, so I haven't. She's probably rebooting, is my guess. But maybe let's just get into it because I don't want to. Well, let's talk about. You had some choice words. There's a lot. Did Dan come back? I don't know if Dan came back.
I think there was fake news saying he's going to be coming back today, but I think he's just going to be a guest on someone's show. And I think
I saw that part. That
was the confusion there. As it looks like he wants to now police thought.
Well,
he looks like he's as successful in doing so, like he is prosecuting the Epstein client list. So it's not that bad of news. So
I like Dan. My take. I wanted to give you a platform because I saw you were, you had some opinions on it yesterday on X. Like for me, I think that there is a element of blackpilling, but my position is like, dude, you have to understand why people are blackpilled, and people are blackpilled because of the failures of the FBI. Like they're blackpilled. It's like when people blame men for being blackpilled. I used to do that, and that's wrong. Now I understand. Or like Gen Z, for example, right? Like Gen Z gets dunked on all the time for being blackpilled and this, that. Now I'm like, oh, I understand. Like Luke and I are fortunate we own homes, but like I talk to people who are making $60,000 a year, which is what I made when I bought my first home, and they're like, there's no shot. Like I have to be making 120 grand, 140 grand to buy a house. And like, it's easy to point at, in particular, men who are blackpilling and say, well, you're just being a pussy. But you have to also understand there's a reason for that. Like there's stuff that, and with Dan, I wish, I would love to say, I would love for him to understand a little bit more about why people are mad at him instead of just saying everybody's a black
people
pillar.
Are mad. It's like you should be a little humble when things don't go the way that you told everyone it was going to go. And you should take accountability for some of the words that you said. You told us, trust the plan. Big things are coming. I saw things that are absolutely hugely horrendous, and I'm going to be exposing it all. Don't worry. Trust the plan,
Luke does
guys.
Expose things.
You're going to see the Epstein video.
Anna Claire, do we got you?
Yes, I think so. Hopefully.
Okay, yep, we got you. All right,
you guys wouldn't believe the boomer challenging quest I just went on.
I thought you might never come back.
Oh,
you did great.
Like about to be like slam coffee against wall. Can't do.
What is this? Is this a Wario hat with a mustache? What
is
am
the
I?
Harvard Whalers hat.
Shout out! Yeah, you got
hockey team.
Yeah, ripperonis to the Whalers. But yeah, you gotta have that.
Also, technically the Carolina Hurricanes now. But
yeah, we're gonna talk about this ice thing because that's breaking now. But I wanted to give Luke a chance to unload a little bit here. So go ahead, Luke.
Like I've seen Luke's been pretty active on X. It must be very frustrating to see Dan Bongino's comments right now.
Well, it's like we're declaring a war on black pillars as he's the biggest black pillar dealer out there. He's the one giving them out.
He is like the Purdue Pharma of black pills for the right wing.
Yeah. He's the main black pill agent. I just sent a video of what he said before getting into the FBI and when he was at the FBI. So, if you are going to come back, and this is what was my advice to him from the very beginning, tell us what happened, right? And you're not doing
as much
that.
as you can, at least, right?
You come back, and the first thing you do is you attack Thomas Massey and Matt Gaetz, and then you
did he go after Massey?
Huh?
Did he go after Massey? I didn't see that. I saw the Gates thing.
If you look at his Twitter account, he's like, look at me, the warrior. And then he's retweeting Cat Turd attacking Massey and retweeting all these cringe videos of him. And I'm like, bro, you're not a fighter. You didn't fight for us. You let us down.
That. That's how it looks,
and you lied to us. But don't lie to us. He lied to us. He lied to our face. He did. Well, and he needs to tell us why he lied.
I think your feelings are valid, and they echo a lot of the sentiment. You just look at his replies, right? Yeah. But I do think I'm still willing to give him a chance to be like, I think we talked about that. I mean, Luke and I get it right so infrequently. We have to always take our victory laps. But we called this 6 months ago. When I was in the old studio, we're like, Dan's done. He's gone.
He's not going to make it more than a year. Yeah.
What I'm hoping is, I'm still hoping he comes back and he says something more humble. Look, I went in there bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I thought I was going to, be a chaos agent and do all this stuff. And I just couldn't. And that's why I quit.
Whooped my butt.
Fine.
And I got beat.
Fine.
And they're still in charge. But he's not going to say that. He's not.
Okay. But I'm saying if he did say that, I feel like that would have been a better way than coming back and being like, black pillars. I'm not a fan of black pilling either, but I wish he would have had a little bit of guys, it's worse than I ever imagined. I mean, I was in the house and I still couldn't get anything done.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that.
What are you guys expecting
Probably
from
not.
this interview that he's going to do with, what's her name, Haley?
Is this somebody he's just putting over? I never heard of her before. No disrespect. Yeah. Oh, Hannah Claire, the big Bongino got her. Yeah, I mean, I still I'm on the record. Well, that is an unfortunate freeze face for her. Yeah, all right, there you go. You're back.
Having a rough day. I might just quit.
Yeah, the interview thing. I was like, oh, he's just putting over another Bongino acolyte because we already have Vince and we have 5 different people on the Bongino network. I mean, look, he might say, I'm still Luke's probably right, but I'm still gonna hold out hope that he comes and he eats a little bit of humble pie. People respect that. I've always you disagree, we get that. But I'm saying I'm still hopeful. We will know when he comes back, right?
He's going to be the cat turd. He's going to be cat turd 2.0, right? And we see what that's
not a good pick. That's not a good That's not a great career path. He did once. He was in over 40 bar fights though.
I know. And Bongino is really a tough guy. You know, he's really trust the plan, guys. And it's just cringe to be like, yeah, we failed at the job, but we're going to take a victory lap anyway. I'm like, what are you taking a victory lap for, bro? Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Powerful people are out there, and then they're patting themselves on the back. Be like, look, we got actual people who are. I mean, that's what the FBI does always and always has done. Right? It's not like they did something extraordinary. They're like, we stopped murders. No, that was actually local police departments.
Right?
Not even that. The FBI doesn't do that. Local police departments do. They didn't do it. They're taking credit, stolen valor, patting themselves on the back. Look at me, warrior. Like, look at me, gladiator. Ooh, I'm a tough man.
They did that with they did that with Minnesota too. Pam Blondie did that. Pam's like, we arrested 80 people attached to the Somali fraud. I'm like, girl, that shit happened a year ago. Like, in fact, that happened under the Biden administration. So, like, not like, that part I was just like, man, like, dude, please don't. Like, those arrests, those actions were already like well documented. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna wait to see. You know, I'm getting a lot of shit in chat. I understand. Like, Jeremy's still shilling for the admin. I don't think I am. I mean, I think I've been very vocal about my displeasure with, in particular, the DOJ. There are some people. I think RFK is doing a good job. I think Pete Hegseth is doing a great job. I think Marco Rubio is doing an incredible job. Is he going to be the president of Greenland too now?
My favorite memes on the internet right now.
Yeah, it's like,
the governor of Minnesota.
He's going to fall apart too, by the way.
I talked to Viva about that. He's not going to get convicted. The pipe bomb guy. Yeah. Yeah. What do you know about that?
It was probably a cover-up operation of another government program. Again, the people who prosecuted
the woman who works for the CIA now?
Yeah. It's like, what better way to run cover for that whole operation and hope people forget? Epstein files? What Epstein files? Like, come on.
I bookmarked something. I don't want to put you in a weird spot because I know that you're his friend. And so if you can recuse yourself from this. But did you see this stuff going around yesterday about Rand Paul too?
No, I did not.
Rand Paul.
I'm not the biggest friend of Rand Paul. Rand Paul tried to get my then girlfriend fired because I confronted him.
No, who am I thinking of then?
Romney when his father was still running for the presidency of the United States.
Didn't you go to his fucking 90th birthday party?
Ron Paul.
Oh, okay. This is Rand. All right, so now I'll let you unload. All right, Rand Paul's office. This is from Brianna Morello. Great work. They actually had they redacted an email from the DOJ's Kenneth Corder that showed him ordering the arrest of an innocent Trump supporter. Corder had zero evidence to go after Christine Crowder, but he still had her placed in a January 6th prosecution queue. Corder is still employed by the DOJ, according to his LinkedIn. Why is Paul's office protecting this man? So she had the goods. Like, it's
what
just like,
did Rand do? I'm trying to understand this.
So they put out this email and they redacted the identity of the person that persecuted an innocent J6er. It turns out the person who was redacted is this Kenneth Corder guy. So they redacted an email from the DOJ official Kenneth Corder that showed they had no evidence but were still prosecuting. Like, why are they also had a bullshit subpoena to go over her social media too in the same article. Like, Rand Paul, isn't he supposed to be one of the good ones? Like,
what is this fight about? I'm trying to. I'll look into it. I'm gonna look into it because I'm having
dig around. What do you think? What do you think, Hannah Claire? Do you think like, I mean, I think at some point iron sharpens iron, and whatever infighting or turmoil, there was a report that came out yesterday on CNN that said basically MAGA is more united than ever. I
wouldn't be surprised by that. I mean, I think there are there are lots of areas where people who support Donald Trump are united, even if there is some administration turmoil or whatever. I also think, and I've been saying this, I feel like a broken record for a long time, which is that the left actually has no forward. Hello, Atlas. Greetings. Happy New Year. The left doesn't have a clear identity moving forward because they're having such a battle for, are they going to tack back towards moderate or are they going to tack towards more extremist? In some ways, and I'm not excusing it, but what's going on with Republicans is like refining something that people are still trying to be a part of. It's different when you look at the left. You know, I don't know.
They've done nothing to seize on this turmoil, which is actually, we've really lucked out.
Can't really. Like, they got their own stuff, you know? And it doesn't, I mean, like, it's just not clear what angle you would take if you were a leftist trying to get in on this. It's not the strongest one. Like, if you look at like the stuff going on in Minnesota, trying to be like, this is a good scam, we should let people do it, it's not really gonna help anyone. Like, there's not a good take if you're on the left, and therefore, again, like, it's much easier for the Republicans to join together. I know before. Well,
their take is that kidnapping Maduro is suddenly bad, even though it was good during the Biden administration.
Well, and like, you're hearing that and they're like, it's like kidnapping Maduro is bad because it causes turmoil in Venezuela, but then they'll also acknowledge that Venezuela is like not in that good of a spot. Did you see, was it State of the Nation? Marco Rubio did this appearance, I think it was on MSNBC, and she was like, well, you left 5 other officials in place. Yes, Maduro is gone, but you know, you didn't
not
really
enough.
do anything. And he was like, what did you want us to do? Like, you wanted us to stay 4 extra days and take out all of the, like, do you not understand what we were like? What? And she was like, you're right, that would have been like, I don't want, they want to be critical because that's
he's crushing it. He's going to be he's my dark horse VP now. He has he's done is
Marco Rubio.
All he's done has been amazing at his job. Like, from everything I can see, everything that guy has done has been incredible. Now, I don't know if the Republicans would go with a man thing, but he is a Rubio.
Well, so and he ran for president a long time ago, and people did like him. But like, if in terms of charisma and ability to appear on camera,
Trump killed him. Small hands,
right?
Rubio.
I mean, Trump crushed him. But interesting that they can still work together. He's doing really well, and he and JD Vance, as you can see, really are developing their social media and televised rapport. Like, they are really becoming characters, not trying to be Trump, which people often try to mimic Trump's style, and you just shouldn't. Like, there's only one Trump, there's always going to be one Trump. But they are, you know, becoming their own personalities in their own right. You know, it'll be interesting to see 2028 from the Republicans, because again, I just think the Democrats are in a worse position.
The CIA has a lot of dirt on Rubio, so he's going to be a perfect candidate for them to put into
he's kind of a rhino too,
and use their blackmail division in order to put their policies. I'm reading the story you sent me. So this looks like this is a story about a current DOJ prosecutor that tried to charge an innocent disabled woman with zero evidence she committed the crime. And then Rand Paul got the documents. I don't know why he redacted the names. But for me, the onus is, why is Kash Patel and then former Deputy Director Bongino still allowing this person to be in power?
That's
I don't care if Rand Paul redacted someone. These J6 prosecutors, these tyrannical, abusing people who abused the justice system politically, are still in power. They should be fired and held accountable. And I don't care if Rand Paul blocked them out. I care that they're still employed. And the onus should be on the FBI and the DOJ for still employing these people.
Yeah, I think that's the blowback, is that, I mean, not only have they not really gotten rid of anybody, but they have promoted people. Like, they promoted the guy who was in charge of the Mar-a-Lago raid, I believe, right?
I think it was one of the harshest J6 prosecutors that got promoted to the DC field office. I'm not sure if they were connected to the Mar-a-Lago stuff, but those people who did that are still there.
Well, and this video shows a little bit like, I think that a lot of this is still online, which is what I believed. Because I mean, well, look at this.
I can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Oh, sorry. This guy,
Audio
I think
very low.
this like, oh, could you hear it? It was just quiet.
It was very low. Stop using the sage.
I can't hear anything.
Okay, let me reshare it here. Yeah, no wonder Luke can't hear it. He left.
I could hear.
Okay.
There's some saging things here, and it smells, and my filter went off.
You turn your filter. Oh, your air filter. Oh,
My
okay.
air filter.
Here, check this out.
About what the president's done in Venezuela?
Let me be very clear. There is no rift.
They only hire this guy to be like, whoa, Trump's doing good. That CNN figured that out. That's why they have Scott Jennings. Like, they have this guy who's always like, I can't believe it. But it's very obviously his job to be like,
It's literally his job to report that Trump is doing well.
yes, yeah. Every time I see a clip from him, this is exactly what he's doing.
And it gets headlines. People are like, wow, CNN admitted it.
Yeah.
Party. Yes, there are some folks like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massie who are quite skeptical of this. They are very much in the minority. What are we talking about here? Well, why don't we just talk the GOP on the U.S. military ousting Maduro? Ipsos, 65% support, 6% opposed. How about the Washington Post poll? 74% support, just 10% opposed. If you look among 2024 Trump supporters, we're talking about 80% support. The vast, vast majority of Republicans are with Donald Trump on this issue. Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene are very much in the minority. Very few Republicans are with.
By the way, I'm not a big fan. What is this a fair thing to say? It
No.
probably isn't. Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
I feel like Marjorie Taylor Greene is turning into a Liz Cheney Republican. Like, there seems to be this this contingent. It's almost like I don't know. I wouldn't put Tucker in that same thing, but like, she's gonna be on The View. She's gonna have a regular job on The View. Like, mark my words. If I was a betting man, I would use, friend of the show Kalshi to bet on Marjorie Taylor Greene being on The View. Like, this isn't financial advice, but I feel like she's just gonna turn into this like Liz Cheney Republican. But I don't know. I don't want to like dunk on her, but I'm not loving the way she's
Liz Cheney never made it on The View. I mean, she got absconded into professorship at UVA. In fact, like, if she were to go on The View, to me, that would track more like Matt Gaetz, who left Congress and now is hosting his own show.
Fair.
I think it's kind of interesting I know we talk about this a lot, but when you mix social media into these political positions, like, there are people, she will always have a following no matter what, and she'll control it through her social media platform. She'll have access to it. But that is technically a way you can start a career in media. I don't know what she wants to do. I can see if the argument is Marjorie Taylor Greene is becoming sort of an enemy of MAGA, that off and on has been true for a long time. I mean, do you remember during the ousting of McCarthy as speaker, she was supporting McCarthy.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not that I agree with her on everything. It's not that I agree with Massey on everything, although I do like Thomas Massey. To me, I don't want it to be like we have a bunch of yes men who follow Donald Trump or whoever forever and never disagree, because I think that would probably be a disservice to the voters. I
agree with that, but I also feel like we're trending into this territory where like it's trendy to just be, I'm a Republican, but I also have TDS. There seems to be, especially online, a contingent of
more
that.
than 2016. Like, to me, it seems more like this is,
That's
again,
fair.
like, we
Probably
know
not.
that Trump won't be reelected in 2028 because he's term limited. Like, this is the final Trump presidency. And I think that's totally fair. That's fine. But if you're trying to be like, I support Trump, but also I'm different because potentially I'm going to run in the future, I could understand where maybe the pivoting is there. Is it authentic? Is it genuine? That's a different conversation. But I don't know that being aligned with Trump 100% is the move anyways right now.
Yeah, I listen, Liz Cheney's really
hedging.
happy. Huh?
Well, they're hedging right now. They don't want to be a Trumper. Yeah, Liz Cheney's getting all those speaking deals, though. She's getting those, like, going to speak at Raytheon and all these other companies like Hillary Clinton got.
Yep.
But listen, the neocons, the John Boltons, the Mark Levins, the Ben Shapiros, and the Rothschilds, they're also very happy about Trump's latest Venezuela actions, right?
Yes.
So listen, first you got to believe CNN's reporting in their poll. One, I want to know who they polled. I want to know what question they asked.
What was it? Ipsos poll and Washington Post.
I mean, they could have just asked, like, are you happy that no one died during this military exercise?
That
and
matters.
people are like, yes.
Yeah.
People are like, yes, it's overwhelming support. when in reality, you know, there is some support, but there's also a lot of people like Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, myself, and others being like, okay, listen, one, tell us the truth about why this happened. Two, what's the plan afterwards? Let's make sure this doesn't create another regime change vacuum of power like Saddam Hussein did. And let's hope that we have an action plan that could actually be utilized
Saddam
here
and
that doesn't prevent
Gaddafi.
more disasters. Yeah, but even Alex Jones, that was literally posting videos of soccer celebrations in 2022. He's even coming up today, and he's saying this could be a trap because they just handed this case to the Southern District of New York, the deep state court that could now, and a lot of people are looking at the case against Maduro. They're saying it's not a strong case. It's a very weird case. And the Southern District of New York could really screw Trump over right now, right?
Yeah.
By dropping the case against Maduro. And then what happens next, right?
Yeah. I do have to, before we get to this ICE, I'm going to break down this video. Huge shout out to PDS Debt, sponsor of the show. It's a new year, fresh start, same system. Bank wins, you pay. Fees and calls piling up monthly unless you fight back. PDS Debt has already helped hundreds of thousands cut their debt and put money back in their pockets. Whether you're struggling with credit cards, personal loans, or medical bills, PDS Debt has custom options to help get you out of debt. They're going beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial situation and craft a personalized plan just for you. There's no minimum credit score required. They're there to help you save more, pay off your debt faster, and start putting back money back where it belongs, in your pocket. PDS Debt is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, boasts thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot. Why? Because PDS Debt has helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt. Every month you wait costs you more money in interest and fees. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best is now. I remember what it was like getting out of college and having a lot of debt, and you know, it's a tough thing to face, but the quicker you do it, the quicker you come out the other side. So don't wait another month. Take back control in just 30 seconds. Get your free personalized assessment and the best option for you at pdsdebt.com/quartering. That's pdsdebt.com/quartering, pdsdebt.com/quartering. Link also in the description or on the QR code on the screen. Let's look at what just happened in Minnesota. Now, this situation is rapidly escalating. There are hundreds of people who have now appeared on the scene, and they're actively fighting with law enforcement. But we have what led to this is a woke white woman in this burgundy SUV was trying to block ICE vehicles. And then what happened is this. Is that too loud? That might be too loud because I know this other woman starts screaming. So she's blocking an ICE vehicle here. Dead. Shot her in the face twice. Now, people are saying, oh, it was unarmed or whatever. No, you can see this third officer right here standing in front of the car. And you can, I think, if you look at the way the wheels are angled, you know, she's just trying to go forward. She hasn't turned the vehicle at all. She's headed directly for him. She only turns the vehicle once she sees his gun. And she doesn't stop, which she could have done at any moment. And now she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God!
And then this dumb other white liberal woman screaming about shame, shame, shame.
I just sent you a second angle of this clip, but it doesn't, I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to now interpret whether she was intending to run over the ICE agent or not. I don't know.
You don't
if she
have to
was or
interpret
wasn't.
that because if you use your vehicle as a weapon against police, they are authorized to use deadly force immediately. Like, I think
is that a clear-cut case here? Here's the second angle. I sent you the second angle.
Yeah,
of
I'm on it. I got it here.
And it does look, he got like hit. He was out of the way, but
he wasn't out of the way until he shot her, though. Oh, here it's all slowed down.
Yeah, it's slowed down, and you could see.
I'm trying to find the vehicle. This isn't her vehicle.
Mm-mm.
Where is the
It's
vehicle?
the one behind it. That one is.
Yeah,
is
this is the guy. Yeah. He did move out of the way, but it doesn't matter. Like, she tried to, if you go back to my angle, she does not turn the wheels until he pulls his gun. Like, here's a higher definition cut of it. Like, this is definitely going to go down as a clean shoot. Now, that doesn't mean her family's not going to sue and win $100 million in a civil suit. But, like, this is full HD. Like, there's no doubt that she is...
People are going to be saying she was just trying to leave, right?
Yeah, she probably was just trying to leave, but you can't. You're being detained by law officers there. You know, like the officer had his hand on the door handle and told her to get out of the vehicle, and she pulled away. Like
And
at that moment,
she did strike the officer, right?
yeah, she bumped him, but it's only because he dodged her. Like it's like if I shoot at you and I miss, did I try to shoot you or not?
Yeah,
like,
but the left is just going to say excessive force. They didn't need to do that, and
They're going to say they should have shot the tire. That's going to be.
There's some kernels of truth there, right?
Well, thank God she was white, but like the thing is.
That's so crazy that we have to say that in this. That you just said.
Am I wrong?
Country.
Am I wrong?
You're not.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying it's wild and crazy that has to be said, right?
Yeah,
we know what would have happened.
Yeah,
if it was different.
Here's another angle where you can see he's basically bounces off her hood. I think, as far as I understand the law, and Chad can correct me, if you pull away and there's an officer anywhere in front of you, that's going to be a clean shoot because they don't have to wait for you to run them over. This is slowed down even more. Oh yeah, he hit her. She hit him for sure. Can you guys see this? Let me try to.
Yeah.
Here he is. If you see my cursor, watch him bounce back. When look at that. She hit him. She definitely hit him there. Like he just bounced off to the side. But I agree with you, Luke. She was probably just trying to get out of there. She's probably like, oh shit, I'm in over my head. I have to get out of here. It's a tragedy all around. But just like George Floyd, if she had only listened to the officers, they probably would have just let her go. Like she's a white liberal protester in Minneapolis. They probably would have just let her go.
Or a judge would have. I mean, if they arrest her, took her in for some minor charge.
Yeah, right.
It's Minneapolis. I don't think she's actually going to serve time.
They're not charging her with attempted vehicular manslaughter, which is what it was. Then you have on the scene, things are out of control now. But then you got their mayor coming out, basically fanning the flames. I had this great video
but at the same time, this is what people are saying, because he took the shots once he was out of danger. She no longer was a threat against him, and there was no officers in front of her. And then he decided to take the shot. That's going to be the thing that a court will argue, saying he was no longer in danger. He was away from the vehicle. Then he decided to shoot her. And I think this is why this is more of a complex argument that they're going to be making. And it's an argument that the general public is going to listen to.
I don't disagree that that's the argument, but it's not. That won't stand in court, because the same way you could say he shot at me and then he turned his back and then I shot him. So therefore, you don't know what she's going to do in the future. She's already declared herself. You don't know that she wasn't going to back up.
The jury is going to be told she was no longer a threat to him, and he still decided to take her life. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, this one's even more so down. I mean, she definitely hits him. He bounces off the front.
Well, her tire went to the left, and then it goes to the right. She turned the wheel. Then she gets shot when he was already on the side of the vehicle.
Yeah, I'm fine with that shot. Totally justified. Here's a court case. I
would use a little bit more restraint personally.
Well, given I agree, but we're not in that situation either. Like,
of course,
I agree that backseat quarterbacking, you just let this idiot go, and then you charge her and you throw the book at her is probably. But he had 1 second to decide if she was going to turn the wheel back the other way and run him over.
Sure.
You just don't know. It's a tragedy. She really should. First of all, she was blocking ice in the first place. A lot happened before this video where she was agitating, blocking ice, which you can't do. That's not a valid form of protest. You can't use your car as a weapon, which she was doing.
It's not like she was just randomly in the street and was like, I want to not be involved in whatever ice situation going on. Like she seems
was
to have
there.
put herself in there on purpose.
Yeah, I wish that she hadn't have died. I wish that maybe she had just gotten even just like shot in the shoulder or something and survived it. That it's always a tragedy when human life is lost, and I don't support it. But in this particular case, just like George Floyd, although he overdosed, like if he had just listened to the cops or she had just complied to the police, she would be alive right now. And I don't want to be like I know what you're saying, Luke, and I agree that's the case they're going to make. They're going to be like, well, she was clearly steering away. But they're going to say, look, he doesn't know what she's gonna do. What if she turns the wheel back and runs him down? She's an active
Right.
threat.
Well, first she turned the wheel towards him.
Yes.
Then she turned the wheel away from him.
After she saw the gun, is what I think. I think she saw the gun and then she's like, "Oh shit!" Because if you watch the wheels, his gun is not out. He's pulling his gun now, and she's going straight at him. She sees the gun and then tries to, like I think, this is using the car as a weapon will most of the time end in the result. This is also what happens when you mind fuck people into believing ICE are Nazis enforcing the laws. Yeah.
Well, ICE is also on edge because there's a lot of threats, a lot of there is literal sniper fire against them in Dallas a few weeks ago, right? So obviously, they know that people are doxing them, harassing them, protesting them. Hotels and businesses are denying them access because of what they do. So they're on edge, and that doesn't help the situation, obviously.
Yeah, some viewer comments over on YouTube. Someone says, "Would you sacrifice everyone you know for the truth?" I think that's in reference to Dan Bongino. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. I'm just going to be honest. It's easy for a lot of people.
You bow down. You don't go after the people.
But that's what he did.
No, he's going after the people he disappointed.
Oh, that way. Yeah. But that's a fair thing to say. Like, we don't know. We tried to say, like, hey, maybe he showed up and they showed him a manila folder with a picture of his wife and kids and was like, nothing. There's a no there with Epstein. You get us? Like, yeah. But obviously,
then if he's doing that, he's acting on their behalf now.
Yeah.
And he's acting in order to now police speech and destroy independent media and create more rifts and drama.
Yeah. Pat says, Luke, don't you dare let up on Bongino. Oh, he won't. Dave says, I actually have been hit by a car. Miraculously, I wasn't seriously hurt beyond a few scrapes and bruises. She deliberately parked in front of police vehicles, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, that's my position. I just wish she didn't have to die. But she died because of her own decisions. Like, this is not like she was an innocent bystander.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up seeing some kind of punitive action on ICE against this guy because of, because she did die, like whether he gets, formally released or he's just on leave for a long time. But I don't know that you're going to see the same outrage, maybe. I think a lot of people understand how.
I actually think they won't suspend him. You know why they won't suspend him is because they can't suspend him. Because if you suspend him, then that's an admission of guilt. So he's not going to he'll go on like whatever the mandatory, there's always some mandatory thing when you have an officer involved shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I think he acted well within his right. I think he could have made a different decision there and just let her drive off. But he didn't. And, it sucks. It's like you look at, I'm reminded of Ashley Babbitt a little bit. Like, did that guy have to shoot her in their neck? Nope. Was he justified? The court said so. I don't support his actions, but you have a mob that was breaking through the door. I don't know. But in this particular case, in that case, I think he executed Ashley Babbitt because he was afraid. In this case, I think he was a lot more justified in not just ICE. You use your vehicle against any cop, they're going to shoot you. Like that's on site. You're getting shot through the windshield. If you try to ram a police vehicle or, whatever the case is there.
Yeah, if you try to hurt a police officer, but they're going to argue she wasn't. She was just trying to get away.
Yes, that will be what they argue. And who knows? She may get off. She may win in court. Like, I don't know. The woman, this from Aaron says, the woman decided to escape. She was willing to hit a cop. What they let her drive off and chase until she's willing to hit somebody else. Yeah, that's going to be the argument that the law enforcement makes. She was clearly a threat. We don't know if there were 10 more ICE officers standing over here that she could have ran over. I don't know. That cop came from that direction.
And the media, they're just going to be showing videos of the shot, not what probably happened beforehand, and pictures of just the shot.
Yeah,
nothing else.
Just like Floyd.
Contact.
I assume they have body cameras on, right? So I wonder if we'll ever get to see any of that from the officer's perspective.
Yeah,
I doubt it from ICE.
Probably not from ICE, but this is going to be a clean shoot. Kristi Noem already came out and said, this is a clean shoot. Like, get the fuck out of here. She's trying to run him over. You could argue we'll never know her intent, but if she had stopped her vehicle and gotten out, she would still be alive. if she decided to not use her vehicle as a blockade against law enforcement officers to protect criminals, which is in itself a criminal act, she would be alive today. She would be alive now, hours later. On Rumble, Mad Max says, is this going to be an entire show of Luke Meltdown cast? I hope so. Spike says, Trump admin moves to block corporations and private equity from buying single-family homes. Blackstone dropped 5% on the news. Awesome. He should do that. That would be, we've said that forever. Like, outside of deporting 20 million illegals overnight, the quickest way you can fix the market is stop letting China buy fucking 5,000 houses in a state.
Right.
Like, it's a pretty easy fix. Honestly, I'm more like hardcore about it. I would just say, what would China do? I would say, well, you don't own this land anymore. And the money you paid for it, you're not getting that back either. And like, I would just reappropriate the land.
It's good that you appreciate Chinese culture, Jeremy.
That's
People
what
don't
they
give you
would
enough
do.
Credit for that.
That's what they would do. You win with Crash says, Luke, did you see the new and very much improved food pyramid? Yeah, we're going to talk about it on the show.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that is great. An entire generation of kids have a fighting chance, so I agree. Spike says, hey, check out the Kobayashi letter. Trump is going to war today. Ended stock buyback and dividends. WHIP don't update their plans. Plus, USDA drops a new food pyramid. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Brett Zeppelin
President
says,
Trump just stopped large institutional investors from buying single-family homes, which is great.
that's such a baller move. Like,
Yeah.
that's a win across the board. That's going to be one of those things where CNN's like, I guess it's good, but how many far
gonna
right
have
Like,
Right,
other
radicals?
people
though.
don't
Well,
want
one
to
guy's
buy
gonna be like,
homes, so why is he
yeah.
doing this?
Yeah, the one guy's gonna be like, I can't believe it. Look at everybody pulling on Trump, working on the home market. Brett Zeppelin says, speaking of home buyers, did you see Trump's proposed ban on Lodge Institute? Yes, that's great. Weir Robot says, look up the Ray Tensing trial in Cincinnati 7 years ago. This is just like that. It's not so cut and dry. Yeah, I mean, I think Luke's right. It's not going to be, I'm just saying in my opinion, I'm not a court of 12 people, if this goes to trial. I don't know. Certainly that woman's family is going to sue the city for $1 billion. Sartor says the officer had every reason to believe that she was a danger. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, if I'm on the jury, that's what I think too.
But it's going to be liberals in Minneapolis on that jury.
Yes, right. In the spirit of Luke's overanalysis, that agent might have stopped the first VBID use of these protesters, which is inevitable. I don't know what that means. VBI, vehicle something. Oh, vehicle IED, vehicle bound IED. It's possible. We don't know. I do want to get to this. Well, I don't know. All we can really know. I think it's fair to say there's going to be a court case. Luke's right. That's what they're going to say. He didn't have to shoot her. The defense is going to say it's not a matter of whether or not he had to. This is the protocol. If somebody pulls at you with a vehicle, you don't have super slowed down, zoomed in video to look at which way the tires are pointing. All you know is that the vehicle, is coming at you. I wish he would have shot sooner. That second shot as she was driving by is a little like
That one doesn't look good.
that's going to be the one the court focuses on. Like if he had just stayed in front of the vehicle and shot,
Which also might come down to like a coroner's report. Like a coroner's like, and it's the second shot that killed her.
Yeah,
They're going to really latch onto it.
He didn't need to do the second shot, they're going to say.
yeah,
But they
I
don't
mean,
understand how that
They're gonna be unfair
is
about
a
it.
misnomer.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're trained to empty your entire magazine. So, I think, or at least as many as until the threat is neutralized. So,
Well, yeah, some people need like 30 bullets to be put
Dude.
down, but it also depends,
if you have some lunatic on PCP, one bullet's not going to stop him. We've all seen the videos of like a guy getting shot like fucking 8 times and standing up and still a threat. So like,
But there's other legal cases where people drop the clip, wait a little bit, and then shoot again when the person's down and defenseless, and they were charged extra.
Yes,
And were charged because of that particular incident. So that has happened too.
or
I
if
sent
they're-
you a
if-
video, by the way, of the craziness unfolding in Minneapolis now.
Yeah,
It looks like someone
shot
tried
right
to
in
take
the
an
face.
officer's weapon away and got shot in the face. Luckily, that situation didn't escalate because when you grab an officer's firearm,
they can kill you.
That again could escalate the situation. But look at this. We're very lucky that this situation didn't escalate also in violence.
He shoots him with a pepper grenade at point blank in the face.
Yeah, but imagine if he had a rifle. Like, imagine if he, like, goodness.
Yeah, this is just moments later. Of course, the protesters deploy. Look, he's got his hands on his gun right there. At this point, he could pull a sidearm and shoot him in the face. Like, he's lucky. This is the other side of it. Like, this officer chose not to kill him, and he would have been fully in the right to do so. Boom! This guy's like, please don't, like...
Don't keep going,
Yeah. Again, I am more so of the line of, like, again, this guy put his hand on his gun. There's no evidence that the guy knew that it wasn't non-lethal either. Like, he could have pulled a sidearm and just killed him right there. Like that, you can't put your hands on an officer's weapon. Like, I assume that also applies if it's non-lethal. Can't do it. And, you know, this guy's trying to be another George Floyd. You know, I think that Trump should immediately, what do you think about this? It's my opinion that Trump should immediately instate the Insurrection Act right now and flood the state with National Guard. Like, you can't leave your ICE agent. You can't have your ICE agents being attacked. Like, you have to keep them safe.
I think if it keeps going on, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in a couple hours. But if it can be contained before that step, obviously that would probably be better.
Yeah,
you're going to give the left the perfect showdown that they want when you bring in the Insurrection Act and you call in the National Guard. The left's going to love it because they're going to give them an excuse to say, "Now
how'd that work in DC though?
Up.
How'd that work in DC?
Well, that was different. That was for crime and gangsters, not another type of George Floyd type of situation. But again, I get your argument because some people say Trump didn't go hard enough on the BLM, which I think he didn't.
And they allowed a lot of
burning and looting. Yeah. But you can't be the one that instigates it. You got to be the one responding to it when you're the federal government, right?
That's your you're right about that. I think you have violent mobs descending upon ICE. You have the mayor and Ilhan Omar fomenting violence against ICE. I'd say you fucking roll out 10,000 National Guard and that'll be it. Like, now you would say, like, you know, that is an escalation. I would prefer there not be one, but you also can't leave our ICE agents like open to this shit where you have mobs and the people are using apps to locate where they are. And I mean, how did these people know where the ICE agents were? How did they get there so fast? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of
a big organization
coordinated shit that
that ICE has to deal with in a way that's, it's not that law enforcement never has to deal with it, but it is very unique to ICE because of the hot buttonness of, you know, immigration and, you know, basically generally being anti-Trump. I just worry with invoking the Insurrection Act too early. It feeds the Trump's dictator narrative that he's fighting right now. Not that this would ever happen, but obviously, like, it would be better if the governor requested the National Guard was sent in, you know, like if it looks too much like he's dominating, even though I think there'll be people who support him and understand why, there will be the same faction that sort of double down in the other direction. And again, like I said, I just don't want too much federal authority deployed before we need it. I totally agree. You have to support ICE. They are in particular danger, have particular challenges right now. I hope that this is able to be contained without needing to invoke the Insurrection Act.
Yeah, agree to disagree. I want boots on the ground immediately. I think that if we learned anything, and I'm not saying I just my emotional reaction, like, too many times, like, how many times are ICE going to have to get attacked? How many times are, you know, these violent mobs, which are funded through who knows who? I mean, they have literal apps on the app market that send alerts where ICE is. Like, no, this isn't going to happen. We're going to have our National Guard is going to block off 4 city blocks around where ICE needs to do their shit, and ICE is going to go to their shit. And that's going to be the end of it. Like, I don't want to wait until an ICE agent gets killed. I don't want to wait until an ICE agent is forced to kill somebody again because they let these fucking people get too close They let him get too close to where they're operating. This woman would never have been shot if she wasn't allowed to be on the same street where ICE was operating.
Right.
If you had set up a bigger perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you got to have a bigger perimeter. And you say like, okay, well, we're going to use National Guard. We're going to set a 4-mile perimeter and we're going to go fucking clean these illegals out. And then we're going to clean the border and we're going to clean this, the perimeter. And then we're going to go set up another one. And we're going to set up another one and we're going to set up another one because it's for both people's protection. Like if you don't let them get close, if you don't let them block you with their car, then they don't get shot for doing it. And then you have,
Did you see the governor's comments?
Yep.
I just sent it to you, by the way, which some people are calling very irresponsible.
Yeah, they're already saying they're gonna. Well, we're gonna have a trial. Are you blind? There was literally an ICE agent in front of the car. She accelerated. Tim Walz, I mean, he should probably just shut up right now. But Tim Walz says, "I've seen the video. Don't believe the propaganda." What? She was blind. She tried to run him over. She may have veered at the end.
Walz, though, like he no longer has to try to pretend to be moderate in any way. Like he's leaving. He's going into political obscurity, and he has to redeem himself after weeks and weeks of everyone confirming that he is terrible at his job and he's incompetent. Allows tons of funds to get persuaded. So now he's going to try to go out as a progressive icon. I mean, this, unfortunately, is probably going to be something he talks about a lot because he's going to say, I'm on the side of the protesters, federal government, blah, 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 Trump, because he's trying to save his own reputation. He doesn't care about anyone involved in this.
Yeah. And like, this is wildly irresponsible. What he's really saying is he's counter signaling and saying like, keep protesting, keep going out on the street. And again, they're allowed to protest 100%. Like, but there's no law that says they have to be able to protest on the same street where ICE is conducting their raids.
Sure. Also,
that's not how it works.
Like all distinguish between a protest and the beginnings of a riot.
Right. And all that's going to happen is one of these people in the crowd. That's why I'm so passionate about like set a perimeter. All it's going to take is one of these people in the crowd to have a gun on them, and you're going to end up with 15 dead people. You're going to end up with someone in the crowd pulling a gun. You're going to have a bunch of ICE agents on edge mowing down unarmed citizens because somebody pulls a gun. Like, that's how this ends. If you don't say, all right, no, you can protest all you want 3 blocks away. You're not allowed to get close to us. And they're just waiting for, somebody with a fucking suicide vest. Or, I mean, did we all forget that somebody put a bomb on that Fox News vehicle in Utah? Did we ever even find, they did find out who did that, right?
Find those guys, and we have heard very little about them since.
Heard nothing since then. So, I mean, like, we are no longer in a high trust society. Just as the government already has the ability to take the land back from foreigners, eminent domain has been a thing for 200 years. Right. Amtrue says, what's the worst the evil left can do? Assassinate us? Oh, they've already doing that. Realize this and everything changes. Just saying, well, that's where I'm at. I'm more like, I want Trump to be a lot more of a dictator than he really is. Like, fucking send the National Guard in there and say, sorry, soy boys, you can go protest over here once we get the criminals out.
Was it Libby who was on with us at Turning Point? You're like, I was promised a dictator, and she was like, well, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah. And then so Dave says, asking us to cry over ICE protesters after what the DOJ did as J6ers is laughable. If anything, libs are being treated with kid gloves. Well, that's my concern, though, is the more you treat them with kid gloves, the worse the blowback's going to be, the worse the bad thing. This is already bad. But now you're going to have some person show up with a gun and assassinate, like that fucking kid did in Texas. Now, he was a terrible shot and ended up shooting 2 illegals instead of ICE agents. But, Pacman says the mayor of Minneapolis just said he wants ICE agents to fuck out of the city, arrest and deport his ass to Somalia. He's allowed to say that. He's not allowed to do anything about it. People think mayors have so much power. People are like, oh, Mom Donnie, he's going to... That fucking guy, he can't pass laws. Mom Donnie can't do diddly dick. He can go on there with his...
because he controls... makes decisions about one of the largest school districts. I think the largest school district in the U.S. Like, there are cultural influences there, but it's not like he can be like, and I'm putting up a border wall. Like, there is a limit for sure.
He can't kick ICE out either. He can't do anything. He can tweet all he wants. Tweet away, little boy. What is he, 23 now, 24? Like, go ahead, tweet.
He's older. I thought he was like 40.
He got elected when he was 18. Didn't he? 18 or 19?
Mom
Am I wrong? No, I'm talking about the governor of Minnesota. sending tweets about getting ICE out. Like, go ahead, tweet, little boy. Go ahead. Go ahead and tweet. Here's what, Daddy Trump's going to send the National Guard in, and we're going to get these fucking criminals out, and you're not going to do anything about it. And that's how Trump needs to be again, follow the laws. I'm not, but I'm saying, like, the more you let them close to you, the more something bad is going to happen. This is in spirit of, I got that one. Packer says the mayor of Minneapolis. So I got that one. I had this little ad from Rumble. I want to talk a little bit about the Rumble thing here, and then we've got some other stuff going on too. This Tether-backed crypto wallet, which is going to change the game against deplatforming. Whoops, my video's playing. Where's this audio coming from? Oh, here. Freaking Fox News and their autoplay. Here's Chris Pavlovsky talking about
Tech titans, they went in on the action. First, it was Meta's Mark Zuckerberg raising his hand, eager to work with the incoming Trump administration on shaping tech policy. But can we say the irony? Facebook and Instagram have a reputation for over-moderating content, even issuing multiple suspensions to then President Trump. Now enter Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder and Washington Post owner. He's hoping to mend fences with President-elect. Watch.
I'm actually very optimistic this time around that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not the video. Essentially, they roll out Rumble Wallet. They sent me this little kind of goofy video I hope they run it as like an ad or something. But it kind of explains a little bit about it. Let me see if I have this. Yeah, here.
Many of you won't like what I'm about to say on this stream, but the truth needs to be heard.
They said free speech, then shut down your mic. They said your money, then froze your account.
Guys, I'm about to show you the campsite. Whoa!
You don't need permission to speak. You don't need approval to get paid. Rumble Wallet is your fortress.
We're live,
No
baby.
middlemen,
Let's go.
no deplatforming, no one to cancel your tips. Not run by banks, not hosted by big tech. Rumble is digital freedom, is how you earn it. Rumble Wallet, the GOAT wallet.
Get Rumble Wallet to tip your favorite creators.
So Rumble Wallet is a way that you can tip creators with crypto, sure, but it also lets individuals. It's really competing with like Coinbase. It's not really this thing. From what I understand, I'm going to have Chris on Friday to explain it, but it's not really. It's a way to buy and hold Bitcoin, USDT, XOT, gold, all this stuff. It's competing, from what I understand, more with Coinbase. And yes, you can tip Rumble creators with it, but I don't know if that's the big picture of it. It's a non-custodial wallet for content creators, but also for everybody. So you can get tipped in crypto. There's no third-party risk. So spicy creators can still be supported, earn a living. This is kind of, here's him on Graham Allen. I don't want to explain it wrong. So I want to share this here.
I always wonder about crypto and wallets because I'm such a boomer. I'm gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
You have to give me a specific how-to. They
Hold
release
on
a
to your
tutorial.
private keys.
Yes, hold on to your private key.
Can you hold on to your private keys with this? That's all I'm asking. And what percentage and cut is debited out here? That's what I want to know.
I can tell
Also,
you.
are they releasing this goat as some sort of merch? I mean, that's my question always.
Yeah, I like the goat. I'm not a big fan of the AI slop guy in the video. Like, they should have got a regular guy to do it. But
a regular content creator that was actually deplatformed.
Yeah. I mean, they should have Nick Fuentes do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, that would have generated.
Tons of them. There's not just Nick Fuentes. I mean,
but he would have generated the maximum boom. Let me see, Rumble Wallet. See, Chris will be on Friday, so we can ask directly about it. And he says she dedicated. I guess I'd have to ask him. But what's cool is you can buy Tether Gold. You can buy, like, you're buying real gold. You're not buying like paper gold. So you hang on to your key though. And by the way, you should print it out and put it in a safe in your house. Like I think it's like 12 or 14 words that you have to remember. But if you lose that, you lose your money. So don't do that. But it's a cool interaction. It's a cool product. I was trying to find more information on the fees, but from what I understand, they're almost nothing. And so they'll compete directly with Coinbase and then this other object or this other wallet. So it's cool. I like it because obviously, the self-custodial stuff I think is good. This says Tether and Rumble roll out self-custodial wallet to 80 million users, unlocking crypto payments for creators. I'm trying to get your answer to your question. So
and
you can
is it actual physical gold that you get shipped to you?
You can go trade. You can go to Switzerland and trade it in for actual physical gold.
I don't think people are going to go to Switzerland.
No, but I mean,
not until Travel Switzerland gets involved.
Yeah, you actually trade. Yeah, so it's not like you're buying. You are buying gold, but it's just a different way to buy gold. But a lot of places you buy gold, it's not. It's like paper, but this is backed by real gold, like real Tether gold, and so it'll be interesting. We'll have more people. We'll have somebody on Friday to explain this, but get the Rumble wallet and sign up. And if nothing else, you can use it to buy Bitcoin at lower fees than like Coinbase and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of interest. I'm trying to find the fees for you here, and I'm sure that somebody in chat might already know. I've read all their stuff. Do you have to download the app? I think so. I have the app on my phone, and I have like $3 from somebody who tipped with Bitcoin, but I'm trying to see. I guess I'll wait to see. I messaged a bunch of people to come in the chat and try to explain questions, but we will see. So shout out to that. If nothing else, is a cool thing for creators who are demonetized, who want to get tipped in a way that, like, for example, if you look at Nick, he can't take tips because Stripe has banned him. Mm-hmm. We know that Stripe will do that kind of stuff.
Stripe bans so many political people.
Yeah. So it's a non-custodial wallet integrated directly into the Rumble platform. It supports Tether, USDT, Tether Gold, and Bitcoin. So I'm assuming they're going to add more. So it now allows audiences to tip creators natively in crypto. It also allows to embed crypto payments in the video sharing platform. Rumble Wallet eliminates the need for intermediaries such as ad networks, banks, or payment processors. Creators can now receive direct, fast, and borderless payments from their audience. So it's pretty cool. It's actually what you would want on a free speech platform. Like, for people who are really actually, deplatformed, this is a way that you can still earn money. Here, this is what it is. Chris wrote, so I'm kind of new to crypto stuff too, but he says, I'll make it clear, Rumble Wallet will compete directly against Coinbase and Venmo, but we're not custodial, and we cannot shut down your account. It's true financial freedom to buy, hold, and tip crypto, backed by Tether and Rumble.
Competing with Venmo is so interesting to me because Venmo is, such a tool for so many people. If you had an alternative to it, that seems like something people would jump on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people, I don't know how the stock market has reacted. I think the stock market's down today because of the job reports. But I know, and plus the stock market usually knows ahead of time about this stuff. So if you look 5 days, it's up. But yeah, it should be interesting to see. I don't know if anyone got it. If you have crypto, you'll want a cold wallet, not a hot wallet. Sure. Oh, here we go. They're answering now. Because I was like, what are the fees? I need to know about the fees for buying gold. Okay. But anyway, we'll see
Jeremy
if I can answer
is going
to
customer support for you guys. Don't even worry.
Yeah, I am curious about that because, they also use MoonPay, which, I guess it's all good. It's all a good thing. We talked about Dan. We let's talk about this new dietary
The food pyramid?
What do you guys know about that? I don't. I mean, I saw it. I flagged it. You know, you sent it to me for an article. Here's what he had to say.
Significant.
Oh no, is there audio?
Reset
Yes.
of federal nutrition policy in history. For decades, Americans have grown sicker while healthcare costs have soared. The reason is clear. The hard truth is that our government has been lying to us to protect corporate profit taking, telling us that these food-like substances were beneficial to public health. Federal policy promoted and subsidized highly processed foods and refined carbohydrates and turned a blind eye to the disastrous consequences. Today, the lies stop. The new guidelines recognize that whole, nutrient-dense food is the most effective path to better health and lower healthcare costs. Protein and healthy fats are essential, and we're wrongly discussed.
Are we going to have like protein instead of bread at the base?
Yes, they pretty much inverted the food pyramid, which was pretty much done by big food and the big lobbyist. So if you look at the old food pyramid, they recommended that you eat the most amount of grain and bread. Right? It's like eat all the bread you can, eat all bread, then have some fruits and vegetables, then have some fish, then have a little bit of meat and a little bit of butter. That's the food pyramid that existed by big agriculture.
Well, fruits and veggies were at the bottom too, right?
With big pharma to poison you and make people fat.
They redid the food pyramid, I think, in the maybe 2009. And if you guys remember, instead of being like the pyramid triangles that work up, they had like vertical slices. And I remember you could go to the website and type in your age and whatever, and it would adjust it based on what it needed. That one never really caught on because this is just such a more powerful visual. What I like about what RFK is saying here is that having a good diet, prioritizing what we feed ourselves and our children, it is ultimately the best way to have a healthy life, which sets you up for lower healthcare costs, right? Like healthcare costs are weighing on so many Americans, and acknowledging that diet is a huge portion of that, not just how much you eat, but what you eat, I think is really important. I think for so long, it's sort of been secondary, or, people will talk about nutritionists, but they don't really take them seriously. And basically what you feed yourselves can change your life. And I think that sort of got downplayed for a long time because dieting was such a fad in America.
We visited one. I would say I'll be quick. We visited one for kind of the New Year plan, realigning what I eat. I bought this crazy exercise machine, and
are you a Pilates girl now? Do you have a reformer?
No, you know who I've been talking to, Luke, is your boy, Mark. So I talked to Mark and I said, I only have room for one machine, that workout room I have. I'm going to replace that tread climber. I'm I only have room for one machine that I need to do a lot of resistance training. So he sent me this thing that's all metal bars. It looks very industrial. He's like, this is what you need to get. I'm actually going to have him come up here and we're going to do some content about working out and stuff like that. But
nice.
My wife is.
Let me come in and I'll be the designated Nazi.
Yeah. I think it'd be kind of fun. I'm going to try to have him come up. It's going to take 6 weeks for the machine to get here, but I'm going to have him come up once that machine.
Good enough. Nothing's going to be good enough for me, and I'm going to keep putting you in the work camps or something. It's going to be funny anyway.
Yeah.
The old food pyramid was developed in the 1970s. They developed another one in the 1990s. It's all criminal level type of
lobbyists, right?
Fourth and fifth generational forms of warfare against the general public. They were telling you your diet should consist predominantly of bread and cereals. That's literally what they were telling you to eat most of. Then they said very little fats. Fats is not good. Lots of people, and again, it's all dependent on you and what your genetic predisposition is, what your gut bacteria is, because certain things are good for some people, but not good for others. This food pyramid was a conspiracy designated to destroy American health, and it has absolutely done that. This inversion is a great start, and it's very important, and it's probably going to help out a lot of people. But I would also warn and caution that you should eat what is right for you on an individual one-on-one basis. There are now new allergies because of so many poisons everywhere in our environment that people have micro-inflammatory reactions toward things that they're consuming and eating that they don't even are aware of. Most of the food, highly processed, highly fake, lots of nonsense out there. And it's good when they say, hey, eat less bread, because the bread here in America is absolutely poisonous. The pasta is poisonous. Yeah, it's cake. It's literally cake. In Europe, they have to designate Subway sandwiches as cake, and they have to pay a cake tax in the UK because it has so much sugar in it. All right, that is a highly addictive frickin'. They put sugar. They used to put sugar in the McDonald's salads, right?
They put it in the fries, I think. I think it's in the fries. If you ate nothing but this top row, you would be super healthy. Like meat, cheese, turkey, and vegetables. Light fruits. Like you can see they actually put fruits down a little bit because fruits are like, it's not like fruits are bad for you, but like as a recent Healthy Girl era next level expert, like eating an apple is good. Eating an entire like cantaloupe and strawberries and stuff, you're going to take in a lot of sugar. Now it's not the same. It's not high fructose corn syrup. It's not, but it's like, it's not exactly like, you're better off eating the vegetables like by a wide margin. It's not even close.
The emphasis on whole foods. You know, you could technically count a glass of apple juice as an apple, but it's better to eat the apple because it has the fiber, which helps your body regulate your blood sugar. I think that's sort of where people get confused because they're like, well, I'm getting all my servings from my like green protein shake, but actually that has 45 grams of sugar that you don't actually need in it.
Remember we were talking about that at the grocery store? I think when we were at the grocery store in Phoenix, I was talking about how I used to buy these Bolt House Farms things, the green drink. Because they have everything on there.
Healthy, but
yeah, it has all your fruits and vegetables, but it also has like 90 milligrams of sugar, and it has like, you know, an ass load of carbs. And it's like, I talked to like I had a bodybuilder friend. He's like, don't drink that shit. Like it's garbage. Like just drink a soda. If that's what you want, drink a soda and then eat your fruits and vegetables. Like, you know, there's just, you know, he's like, you can drink a soda a day. It's not going to kill you.
Right. And you know how they talk about like greenwashing with products, like cleaning products, or oh, this is non-toxic or whatever. It's the similar with food, right? They'll make it look like, oh, this is a health thing, but actually, you know, it's full of sugar. My mom used to buy me the Quaker Oats chewy granola bars until she realized how much sugar was in them. She was like, granola's healthy, but not those ones. Like if you dip everything in sugar, you can really impact it.
Well, that's one thing my wife also found. Sorry to cut someone in chat said this. I want to add this. She eats a lot of tofu, or used to. And we went to a nutritionist and they're like, it's horrible for you.
Yeah.
Like,
especially for women.
Because she's a vegetarian, so she would always get tofu. Like she's like, no, they're like, no, soybeans and stuff like that. No. Like it's not poison, but don't be eating that as a meat substitute. Like you have
it's all Monsanto GMO slop, and you should be extremely careful with what you're taking.
Soy specifically can make your body produce something called phytoestrogen, which can disrupt your natural estrogen production, which is, you know, not good for women.
Listen, there's a reason vegans and vegetarians are a little loopy and have the most type of data associated with mental decline.
Well, they all look like they have AIDS in my experience too. Like I played a lot of music when I was young, and I was in a lot of bands, and I was in a lot of bands with people who were vegetarians and vegan, and they always looked sick. Like always. Yeah. They'd be like, we go to McDonald's, and they would still get McDonald's, but they would get like 2 fries. And I'm like, you're not getting any, like you're still eating like garbage, but you're not eating.
Getting more sodium, and they're often like iron deficient, which can make you look really awful. The thing I find interesting about this chart in particular, or just generally the way we talk about food, is that we have re-embraced fats, like healthy fats. Not everything, right? But
that used to be the thing you looked at on the label, right?
In the 90s, it was low fat everything.
Yeah.
Like that is totally different now.
The sugar industry.
Moderation, but it is interesting to see that we are like coming into an era of understanding how nutrition works.
Yes, the sugar industry literally bought off a bunch of scientists, and they made sure that they blamed fats for everything instead of sugar. And that's why everything now has huge amounts of sugar in it. And if you look at all the packaging, low fat, low fat, low fat, I'm like, I want the fat. I want the healthy, good fat. I want raw milk. I want the real deal stuff. In the old guidelines, Lucky Charms were ranked higher than steak as a health food.
Yeah. Have you noticed the new thing they're doing? Have you guys noticed the new thing they're doing? They've switched to advertising protein. I've noticed that they're like my wife used to get these granola bars that had like 40 grams of carbohydrates in it, and like They're
They'd be like
garbage.
10 grams of protein.
Yeah,
or something.
but she's always thinking about getting protein because she's vegetarian, and she's like, the nutritionist is like, no, that's their new scam. And now that I see it, it's like everything. Oh, I get my 14 grams of protein from this or that. You look at the label, and it's got the protein that it says, which is probably like, bug protein, but it's got sugar and carbohydrates out the wazoo.
Right.
So it's like people are always bouncing around.
And it's following the fad, right? Like if you're marketing whatever cereal bar or whatever, like if keto is really big and the understanding is that you have to eat a lot of protein. I know it's more complicated than that, but that's overall, they're just going to start putting the little like bubble that says how much protein is on there, right? They're not going to say also this much sugar, this much whatever, this much sodium. They're going to focus on the thing that will make you think it's healthy.
Yeah, right. It has 14 grams of protein, but 200 milligrams or 200 grams of sugar. It's like, well, enjoy. That was the whole thing with diet soda too. Like it's always been something like, who's the one that is somebody else made the joke. Like I've never seen a skinny person who drinks Diet Coke. Who said that?
I think Trump.
Yeah. Well, Trump did call it garbage. I know that, but like,
I do think that was Trump. I could be wrong. But...
that probably was. But like, I remember like my mom and all of like my aunt who they always, no disrespect, but like always struggled with their weight. They would be all about the diet soda, and I'm like, that's not like I got basically soda shame. We went to Amfest because everywhere we went for dinner, these guys were always ordering water. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll have water. But
you
like,
better.
That's kind of like, that's the like, diet soda is not good for you. Just because it says 0 calories doesn't mean there's not all sorts of other terrible. What is it?
Diet doesn't mean healthy.
Like phenonucleides or whatever the hell they're called, the cancer stuff, the carcinogens. And like I've been trying to work on my hydration, so I'm alternating. I'm drinking Pedialyte and then I'm filling it with water for the rest of the day because I tried to cut out soda and then like I wasn't drinking enough water.
Crap in there too. I'm gonna send you a good.
It's as good as it. I know there are additives. I ordered an additive thing. You just add to water. That's just pure electrolytes. But my wife already ordered like 200 of these, so I'm drinking them.
Well, I'll send you another electrolyte thing that's clean and healthy because a lot of them are also filled with sugars and stevia and all this other crap in there that I don't use as well. But you got to the way you got to have an approach towards health in 2026 is that everything is a conspiracy and that there's rich satanic pedophiles out there that want you fat, sick, and dumb. That's how you have to take your health approach, right?
If you eat raw food.
Well, it depends. Some people do raw, some people do blood type diets, some people do elimination diets, some people do carnivore diets. It all depends on you as a unique individual, right? You are someone that thrives off of different things. There's a reason the Eskimos love their freaking fish and they only eat fish. But if the average African person only eats fish,
they'll die.
They're not going to do that well. And a lot of people attribute Dr. Sebi to saying, hey, you should eat based on your own type of genetic needs and wants. So that's what I'm always kind of, I think an elimination diet is key. Lots of people dealing with autoimmune issues, lots of people dealing with skin disorders, lots of people dealing with very significant issues that they never dealt with before. That's
for the record,
our food. Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
Poison.
I'm doing an elimination diet.
Yeah,
so,
and then a journal. You have to journal.
I do it
and track your sleep markers, your HRV. Do some blood tests and see what do you thrive off of. What do you get a glucose monitor too to see what spikes your sugar. And
I use my watch. Yeah.
Well, no, you could get one of those things that you inject into your arm for a week.
Yeah,
and then you see. Oh, I got a huge spike off of white rice. I'm going to avoid white rice. I'm going to do mashed potatoes from now on. Does that give me a huge spike? Some people, it's the potatoes that it gives them a spike.
You can go cauliflower rice instead.
Exactly.
That's
but then you try them out, and then you're like, okay, what spikes my blood sugar? Because you want to make sure you keep it kind of consistent, and you don't ruin your overall health. Because you could be eating a health food, you could be eating a white rice, and it could be affecting you very negatively based on your own genetic kind of needs. So testing extremely important, and I've been like hyper focused and super annoyed by this after I realized I destroyed my health with the modern American diet, and I've been pissed at myself for allowing to have myself let go. And now I've been working my ass off trying to make sure that
by the way,
I'm able to reverse
the show just got tipped in Ethereum twice. 4 times. So we just got in the last half an hour, we've been getting Ethereum. It just wasn't showing the notification. That's okay.
Weird.
So yeah, maybe it showed the dollar amount, but it was actually paid in crypto. I don't know. Because I just got notifications on my phone, and are the notifications not working? I see 4 crypto tips. So shout out if you tipped crypto. Very, very cool. What's cool about the crypto thing is, like, as a creator, it gives me like a low risk way to have an investment in crypto.
Yeah, but then do you have to notify the IRS? Because complying with IRS
well,
crypto,
that's all crypto, though. I mean,
yeah, but then it gets very confusing, and the government still hasn't really
they haven't clarified it yet. Yeah,
exactly. So you could be creating a liability when the Democrats come in, being like, "Oh, now we're going to go after you with the IRS." With our Palantir tech that was established, and now we know exactly how much crypto you have, and there was a specific way we wanted you to report it. My friend is on house arrest because of this stuff.
Yes.
He wasn't doing anything illegal. He wasn't doing anything wrong. Look up Joby Weeks, all right? And they got him because they said, oh, now
freejoby.com.
Yeah, now we're declaring it's a security, and because we declared it's a security, you didn't comply with the security thing many years ago. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
And he's been on house arrest for 6 years because of that, when he was a prominent entrepreneur that was building businesses that were pretty,
Look at this thing your crazy fitness friend made me order. Let me show you what it is. This is
he probably gave you like a workout cage, which is awesome, where you can do squats and bench press.
Yes,
and
that's what it is, I think. That's
exactly.
what it is,
I already know,
think.
because that's what I would have recommended it to you, because that's what I have in my backyard. And I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, it looks like you can like leave it outside even. Like that's what
I leave mine outside. It's a little rusty, but it's like basic stuff that you just use. I don't recommend it because it gets rust, but I have nowhere else to put it. So I have a little workout station outside.
This thing I ordered.
Yeah.
That
thing's perfect. That thing's
it's going in my office. And I can make it quartering colored, so it's a business expense. So this is going to go where the claw machine is in my office.
Video's dropping when?
Yeah. What do you say, Luke?
Yeah, I think you could get a healthcare exemption, and I think there's a way to have it be not just a business expense, but done in a way where there's another leeway you could use.
Yeah, there is a healthcare exempt or write-off or credit for like even gym memberships. I think they were talking about. I don't know if that's out yet, but this is the thing. I have no idea how it works, but that's what I ordered.
You got to buy a bunch of weights. You got to buy. You also got to buy weights, and then you got to buy a little table, a little workout table, a little workout bench.
It comes with. You can buy it plate loaded, or you buy like it comes with weights. And I just asked them like how much weight I should order with it, and I got the 100-inch one because I'm a little bit taller. I don't know, just for the pull-up bar and stuff. Okay, yeah, Rumble said there were some issues with tips showing in chat and notifying. Okay, so I did get some so anyway, that's what I got that. That's like my one, because I'm like, I only have room for one machine. So what can I do 80% of it with? And he said, just get this. And he's like, run on your treadmill every day to get your cardio in and then get this. I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't cheap either.
Nope.
But that said,
you know what else works for me that I would recommend for you? Because like running, I just there's so many things that happen to your joints when you do that.
Yeah.
There's a little trampoline, right? Get that first thing in the morning, lymphatic drainage, and it's been shown that it's better than just running and walking in some instances for some people.
Swimming's good too.
Trampoline. Huh?
Yeah, a little trampoline. I'd have to find one that is good for plus 300 pounds though. A lot of times that stuff's not weight rated enough for me. But yeah, I'm down to it. I know I looked really fat at AmFest, but I am still down to a 5-year low right now.
You asked me. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not checking you out.
Yeah,
but
I'm down 40 pounds this year.
And I'm like, yeah, you do look, you do look better. No Diddy. You do look better than you did when I saw you. I just sent you a link towards
I'll check that out.
550-pound trampoline.
Oh, perfect.
Because I do trampoline first thing in the morning in sunlight just to wake up and get my body moving and activated.
He does do that. When he was staying with me, I was like, where's Luke? And then I have to go out and he'd be somewhere outside in the bushes, like in the sun. There, I just bought it.
Yeah.
$100, cheap.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's nice is these will all be in my office. So like, why can't any other workplace can have a gym? Why can't I have one? I asked my tax
You
guy.
get
He's
yourself
like,
a locker room too.
well, I asked my tax guy. He's like, of course you can. Why not? He's like, it just has to be like, don't have it upstairs in a separate room. So if the IRS comes and says, I'm like, he's like, dude, it's for you. It's a work perk. Why can't you do that? I'm like, okay. So, it doesn't make it free. Most people don't understand write-offs. I still have to pay $5,000 for it. But
you just don't have to pay the taxes on that $5,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That we're already taxed, that were given to you, right?
Yeah,
The level of
exactly. I pay the
taxes is
tax.
insane.
Yeah, I already paid 50% tax. I just don't have to pay another 50%. CMK
Exactly.
says, Luke, what are the best cutting boards to use? Those
Wood.
cutting boards are a tough one.
Wood.
Wood's still the best. Don't use
Yeah.
plastic because you're just going to infuse that into your meats. But you replace your wood ones. Like don't keep them forever and
You have
ever
to
because stuff
maintain 'em,
still
yeah.
gets in them. Yeah. They're not sealed with we buy new ones like every year. They're not very expensive, but yeah, wood's still good. And ceramic pots and pans are still or cast iron. Get the Teflon out of your house. Anything that's non-stick. Ceramic, I think this is a sign still out on ceramic. I feel like it's a better option, but we don't know yet. I switched to all ceramic pots and pans.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, we use cast iron for like steaks, but like for everything else, because it's a lot to maintain them. But
Just don't use metal utensils. Use like wood utensils. Don't like scrape metal utensils on metal utensils when you're cooking.
Clean them right away and oil them right away. That's if you just get in that habit, clean them and oil them every time you use them, and then they'll last forever. Like literally, they'll last for 100 years if you just take care of them. Sarah Williamson says, I've dealt with over 2 million in Bitcoin over the last couple of years. Yeah, Sarah's co-host of the show yesterday. This is a convenience. That's it. I'm not going to open one. That's okay. Omega says, I know that doesn't sound libertarian, but banks are utilities in my opinion. And the only way to get debanked should be because you owe the bank money, not because of politics or choices. That is a fine line. I don't hard disagree that banks are utilities because they have a virtual monopoly. And so they shouldn't be able to allow, the government should protect you from being debanked. I just think, I don't know how sticky that gets. That definitely gets sticky with, government. But let's be honest, the government runs the banks anyway. So,
and they're printing a whole bunch of money. The money printers were just turned on. That's why everything's going up.
Yep.
So
Cyril says soy and sugar are added to everything. So I'm going really, really slow. So I have this calendar where I give up something every 2 weeks so that I don't go too hard too fast. So my Red Bull time of death, I think, is on the 15th of this month. And but I've already given up alcohol. And so I've done really good on that. I drank on New Year's, but for the most part, that was hard. And I did go through some level of withdrawal because it was a big part of my life. So, and I didn't wait for New Year's to do it. I did it on Christmas. I was like, I'm going to get hammered drunk on Christmas and that's it. And so I cut that, wait 2 weeks. Now I'm going to cut Red Bull. I'm starting at the worst shit I eat, Red Bull. And then for the most part, otherwise, I don't eat that bad. But I just went to buying, whole meats, and it's hard in my household because my wife doesn't eat meat and creates this stress every dinner because it's she's like, well, what am I going to eat? And I just kind of had to say, well, you're going to have to figure it out. I don't want to be mean, but I can't because I always make exceptions then. Then I'm like, well, just make some pasta with it. And then I eat the pasta. I'm like, no, I'm going to eat this entire, I ate a whole thing of ground turkey meat last night. And that's what I ate. A little bit of seasoning.
Some of my friends who are, in mixed marriages where one is a vegetarian and one is not, the guys always just make themselves a steak or whatever. She'll make sides and salads or whatever she can also eat. And then he has that as well as some sort of protein he's prepped. I don't know if that'll work for you guys. Yeah.
Well, I basically said you got to give me a break. Otherwise I'm going to fold. I'm too weak. You can't be oh, we just got more Ethereum. Shout out. That's the first Ethereum I ever owned.
Ethereum for you.
Yeah. So yeah, Rumble Wallet's working out good for me already. But Yeah. So I just said, like, you can't, because if you say, well, what am I going to have? Or if we go to a restaurant and you're like, what am I going to have? I'm going to fold. Like, it's too new for me. It's too, like, I just got to be on my own journey. And like, you're going to have to figure out what you eat for dinner every night. Like, she's very supportive of it, but I'm like, I'm not blaming you, but I'm saying, if you look at me with that face, like, well, you have your steak, but what I'm going to eat, then I'm going to fold. I'm going to say, well, let's just have a pizza. By the way, pizza gets cut on February 1st. Ripperoni is my all-time favorite food.
I got rid of it too. Like, Papa John's was my favorite, and literally the next day I got eczema every day, and I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing?
I did have some actual, like, real negative health problems with cutting alcohol. I think that's part of why I got sick and part of why I stayed sick. But once you fight through it, you know, it's been over 2 weeks now. Like, the itch is gone. I feel like my energy returning. I'm not quite sleeping better, but I also think that's because I'm sick. But, you know, it'll be hard for me to give up pizza. That's 3 days a week, because pizza is such a core meal for our household.
Yeah.
Half sausage, half cheese. Yeah. You know, like, we don't have to worry about dinner because she likes pizza. I like pizza.
Alternatives too. There's
that's what I'm doing.
Out there.
I'm just doing deconstructed pizza or pizza with chicken crust. So I got some of those chicken
there's
crust
protein
pizzas.
crust, but there's also sourdough that has good probiotics for your gut and isn't the horrible gluten that is in most pizzas. So
protein,
it's
and
not
it's higher
about
in
just,
protein.
yeah, it's not about just punishing yourself. It's about finding cleaner types of foods. Like, a lot of people will cut out, like, potato chips, but there's potato chips that are made in tallow. That actually
you can still have them. You
bad.
just can't have a whole bag. Like, you just, that's what my thing is. Like, that's why I'm going so slow. It's like, you know, a lot of people jump in and they go hard. They're like, I'm going to get healthy, and then they just fail. So I'm like, which has happened to me every year for the last 10 years. So I'm like, I just use like Google Calendar, and it's like, okay, starting on, you know, February, no more pizza. Starting on January 15th, no more Red Bull. So then you just find, you know, instead of pizza, I can make deconstructed pizza. I can still have the sausage.
But don't punish yourself. Don't see this as you're taking something away. You have to reframe your mindset, which is going to be the most important aspect of this, saying, I'm going to upgrade towards healthier options after
Well,
this.
I don't need much more.
It's also about changing the habits, right? Like, you're saying, you know, and I totally understand this. Like, your household is like, okay, like, we have a pizza night this week or whatever. So having to shift to being like, well, what are we swapping that for? Or like, instead of reaching for the Red Bull, maybe now you're, you know, for a week, you're reaching for a low sugar juice. And then after that, you're just actually reaching for water. Like, I think tapering down or
I am tapering,
like, low rolling is better, because you're wanting to make it a long-term habit.
I'm going from Red Bull to V8, and then from V8 to, because they make like a V8 energy drink that's like 50% juice. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have like all this other stuff. So I'm just being really careful. It's not a punishment for me. All I need to do is look back at that picture at AmFest and be like, okay, like, I'm not, my mind is right about it. Like, I'm good with it. Like, I'm not going to say I'm never going to eat pizza again, but I'm just going to be like, well, maybe once I'm under 300 pounds, I'll have a pizza. You know, like, I'm not quitting alcohol forever. I'm just, until I get to a healthy weight, I'm not going to even consider it, you know.
Well, and the goal is
when you do like, if you're doing a pizza, do a cauliflower pizza. If you're doing a drink, don't do a drink with all the sugar and horrible, like, liquor. Do, you know, soda water, lemon juice, and then whatever, like, alcohol you might potentially want, or like mocktails that don't have a high sugar content as well.
That's the problem with mocktails. They're so unhealthy. They're like, you want a mocktail? I'm like, sure. I look it up. It's like 800 calories. I'm like, well, I'll just have a drink.
This is no. That's why when we were at the bar, I was like, hey, give me a mocktail without any sugar. Right.
Yeah.
And then there's like ginger lemon drinks that are pretty good, that are pretty healthy. But you want to make sure you reframe your mind from saying, I'm denying myself this. You want to not say that. You want to say, I am now expanding and improving and upgrading, and change your kind of mental understanding to, this is going to be the best thing now. I'm going to move away from these horrible, shitty things. I'm going to move towards the healthier options. So instead of having that Papa John's pizza, you do a cauliflower protein pizza, right? That right there is the biggest difference. It's going to be your mindset that's going to allow you to keep going. I don't like V8 personally myself, but there's other like vitamin B drinks that you could drink, because that's why a lot of people love Red Bull, because it has a lot of vitamin B in it. So vitamin B is also pretty key that a lot of people are deficient in, and they're getting the not methylated forms, and you could have a genetic predisposition that doesn't allow you to process vitamin B.
Just got another Bitcoin tip. So I actually have Bitcoin. I have $50 in Ethereum. No, XAUT. What's that? Is that gold? Did I just get tipped in gold? What is
it?
it?
Funny to imagine someone handing you like a gold bar.
Oh, Ethereum.
So much.
That's Ethereum. Yeah, no, it's Ethereum.
XRP is Ripple.
No, XAU. XAUT.
Okay.
It's Ethereum. I'm looking at it now. So I have $50 in Ethereum now. I never had it. So shout out Rumble Wallet. Yeah, very cool.
XAUT is Tether Gold.
Oh, Tether. Well, I have Tether Gold then?
XAUT is Tether Gold.
Okay. I have Tether Gold. Hell yeah.
Ethereum is ETH.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Yes. Thank you, crypto people. And then, by the way, it's easy to buy into, if you want to buy and hold Bitcoin, you can use it for that. Scooter Maduder says, Luke wastes a lot of diet considering he will be dead of autoerotic asphyxiation in a few years anyway. Oh, yeah. What's going on with Wife Hunt? You're going to have a baby and a belly in 5 weeks, right? Wasn't it February 14th?
I'll figure it out. We'll make it happen.
Okay.
But I think my private life private, you know?
Yeah. You said it live on stream. That's why. I mean,
we're just trying to help you. We're trying to be supportive of Wife Hunt, you know?
Yeah.
You guys were no help.
We tried to be. You wouldn't let us be helpful. I think you didn't like our advice.
Yeah, he did not. I know for a fact I didn't help him out by my presence at a certain dinner. But I behaved though, for the record. I was a good boy who did do nothing wrong. But hey, I let Luke on the prowl. I was not going to be I wasn't going to do any cock blocking for Luke. Luke's kind of a, when you're talking about those shirts, man, buy some of his shirts.
Yeah.
If you want good looking 30 to 50-year-old women you don't even need to break the ice. They will walk up to you. I watch women walk up to him. He's wearing a shirt about cum, and he had women walking up to him being like, "Oh my God, I love your shirt." Now Luke fumbled it every time by saying like, I sell these, but he's going to get better eventually.
No, I say, hey, there's a long process here. There's a long application process here.
Right.
So yeah, thebestpokershirts.com. Get a shirt. It's fun.
Yeah. Why don't you guys, before we kick it over to Viva Fry here. So you're saying Luke is a cougar slayer. I'm saying, like, you ever see those fishing videos where the fish literally jump in the boat? If you wear one of Luke's shirts and you're interested in cougars, they will literally jump into your lap. It's what you do with it from there.
It's
I don't know.
It's the shirts. It's just the shirts. That's
right.
all it is.
You should send them with a warning, Luke. Man.
I know.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable if you're hanging out with them. I'm like, God, would these women stop ovulating around you? Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's very hard to work. Let the people know, Luke, where they can find your content and what you got going on.
Ladies first.
Oh, you can find my content on Rumble, YouTube, and X. It's Hannah Claire B in all places.
Yep.
Weak pitch.
Yeah. Come on. You got more.
I don't know. I feel like
you got. What true crime we got going on?
Oh, it's going to be a crazy true crime year. There's a lot to follow, both like the cases you guys know about, like Rob Reiner's son and things like that. I don't know how much you guys have been following this case out of Ohio of the dentist and his wife.
Yes, there's a break in that today. Some new security camera footage. Yeah.
So
I'm all over it. Hannah Claire and I have been scheming about true crime in 2026.
We'll have to unveil it soon. And then I think I'll have a video on social media reacting to the Maduro stuff, because the internet is just such an interesting place. Sometimes it makes you sad, but sometimes it's really funny. So you guys can find my work again, Hannah Claire B, X, Rumble, and YouTube.
Mine is youtube.com/wearechange. I've been working very hard, and my second channel is really taken off. My second channel is doing incredibly well. I'm really shocked and surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I couldn't get my t-shirts approved on my old YouTube channel. They kept denying my t-shirt store. This new YouTube channel approved right away. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm getting more views. Yeah, I'm getting more views on single videos on my second channel. I'll put my second channel in the comments.
Dude, that's how I'm seeing with my Jeremy Hambley channel. I uploaded a video last weekend that got like 170,000 views. I'm like, I haven't broke that on my 2 million subscriber channel in a month. Like, what the hell is going on?
It's wild. It's pretty much explained to me that my main channel, 900,000 subscribers, has a lot of blocks on it. And it has a lot of restrictions on it, and it prevents it from actually being seen. This new channel, I guess they don't know about, Luke Radowski 76.
Oh, the woman that got shot was a lesbo too, by the way.
No, yeah. Oh, well, not a surprise. But,
with a 6-year-old kid.
Oof. That's horrible. Yeah. But anyway, second channel's taken off. Luke Radowski 76. Check it out. And thank you for your support. The new channel's kicking butt. I'm shocked.
Yeah, go subscribe. I think a lot of it is that you get a higher percentage of viewership to subscribers. I think the real secret of it is that you have fewer subscribers, but your click-through rates are higher because they're more actively engaged. So then YouTube shows your shit to more people. That's my running theory. That's why, like, when we stream the Tyler Robinson trial and the Mangione trial, I'm going to stream it on the Jeremy Hamblin channel, not my main channel, because it's like, for whatever reason, it gets more engagement, and so people are, YouTube pushes the video out more. I don't know.
I did a live reacting to the Maduro thing when all the news broke Saturday morning.
On the new one?
I went live on my main channel. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I had like 1,000 viewers. I'm like, I'm just going to go live on my second channel from now on. So go check it out. Subscribe. Click the notification on my channel, Jeremy's channels, Hannah's channels, all your channels. Get in there. All of them.
Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow with an Estrocast. Melanie Mack will join us, and we'll be live at 2 Eastern. Friday, I'll have Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovsky on the show. So lots to talk about this week. Great show, great viewers. Thank you guys so much. Download the Rumble wallet and start messing around with it. If nothing else, you could load it up and use it to tip us. I'd rather use Rumble wallet than even the Rumble system. If you're somebody that sends super chats or Rumble rants, use Rumble wallet instead. And there's a particular reason that I like that, because we get to keep all of that. So when people use Rumble Wallet, we keep all of that, even outside of my contract with Rumble. So there's a good reason too. All right, everyone, go and say hi to Viva Fry, and we'll be back tomorrow.